Okay, it is getting very late and I have to stop recording soon. um, in the Urantia book again, this is paper 132, the sojourn at Rome. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I just want to give you a little overview here. So, Ganid is the student pupil son of Gonad. And the one we know is Jesus. Jesus is Ganid's tutor. He also was, my understanding is he was serving as a translator for various reasons. Gonad is a businessman, and Jesus accepted the job of traveling with them in this capacity. When they got to Rome, it served Gonad for his son Ganid to accompany him to many of the meetings in Rome with the different various merchants and people that he dealt with for his business, because the idea was for the son to learn the business to be able to assume those tasks. During that time, Jesus had more time to himself because Ganid was accompanying his father a lot of the time. While Jesus had time to himself, he began to teach different people, of course, the message of God. And I'm just going to read this part. The significance of this remarkable doing can the better be understood when we record the fact that out of this group of 32, out of this group of 32, Jesus taught religious leaders in Rome. Only 2 were unfruitful. Okay? The 30 became pivotal individuals in the establishment of Christianity in Rome, and certain of them also aided in turning the chief Mithriac temple into the first Christian church of that city. We, who view human activities from behind the scenes and in the light of 19 centuries of time, recognize just 3 factors of paramount value in the early setting of the stage for the rapid spread of Christianity throughout Europe. And they are, and then it lists them. The reason I brought this, and this is going to be very, very short video, but the reason I did this is because this is why Jesus was crucified. This is why he was executed. Because out of 32 people that he taught, 30 of them were influential in the building of what became the Christian church. Okay? And I'm not going to get into that because I have my own issues inside of the mechanisms working there inside the Christian church. But the reason that he was executed was because he was so influential. He was so, the Spirit, the power of the Spirit that was in him spoke to the Spirit in every person. So when the message was heard by those with ears to hear, they were never the same. This was an enormous threat to the controls, the powers, the authorities of that time on this planet. Not just in that part of the world, on this planet. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention because that is amazing. So, for all you math people, I mean, if you do the math, what's the percentage rate there? What would it be, like 97? Would it be 97%? 95? I'm going to have to look that up just to see. So 30 out of the 32 became influential in the building and establishment of the Christian church. I mean, he lost 2 out of 30. That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And so when you understand the power that was walking around in that body to wake people up, the damage that he could have done as perceived by those who wanted to stop him, because he did continue to teach, even though the body that he was in before crucifixion was no longer viable. He did continue to teach, but downscaled greatly. Okay, downscaled greatly. The other thing we have to understand is that, we in the mortal realms, in the mortal experiences, value greatly what we can see and touch, what we can perceive with our 5 senses, right? And so even though we have angels around us all the time trying to teach us stuff, if it can't be construed by our 5 senses, how many of us can really absorb or apply the information? And so that energy walking around in that body, they just could not allow him to continue. They just could not allow him to continue to enlist, to restore the minds of the people he came in contact with. It would have collapsed then. Now we are 2,100 plus years later trying to collapse it. So that's very interesting. I'm done for the night. In peace and love, may you be blessed. I hope y'all have a great week.